What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 50 of Buckets of Duckets. This is our premiere episode of season 2. That's right, we've been doing this for an entire year. And you might be asking, what the hell is this? Well, I'm a comedian, Chase Myers. I'm living in Seattle, Washington, and every week I talk to comedian, my best friend down in Louisiana, the one, Josh Watts.
Good evening, shitheads. It's your boy, Josh Watts, president of the Thick Boys Club. This is episode 50, which is season duh! This is the season where we add a celebrity for no good reason, and both of us get a real big glow up. We get real fucking hot. Is there a love twist this season? Who knows? Tune in and find out. Maybe we fuck. Maybe we don't. Maybe there's tension about if we do or don't. Who knows? You will, because you're going to stay tuned and watch every fucking episode. And how many reviews, Chase? You
not a goddamn one, Josh Watts. Not one. Look, we had 2 weeks where two people who were not shit buckets. They were not shit buckets. But because they weren't shit buckets, they still wanted to make sure that we got an Apple 5-star review. And what happened? After those two great souls, those amazing patriots, those beautiful people, after they did their due diligence, the rest of you lazy shit buckets thought that you could just let it go and let it go like I wasn't going to get mad just because I was happy for 2 weeks because of 5-star. 1 5-star review a week on Apple. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And for you to listen to an hour and a half of us talk about our week and for you to follow me on every bit of social media, like every post, and come to all of my shows. That's all I fucking ask of you. Shit buckets. Air one of you.
Shit buckets. And I tell you what.
One of you.
We don't start getting better reviews, I am going to follow up on all those YouTube comments, and I'm going to beat the shit out of every one of your dads. I'm going to find out everybody who's subscribed to this podcast. If you haven't reviewed it, I'm going to go to your parents' house. I'm going to beat your dad up in front of your mother. Right in front of her. And then, if he's eating lunch, if he had a sandwich on the plate, when I walk in the house and beat the shit out of him, I'm going to sit down and eat that sandwich.
You damn right.
I'm going to sit down and eat the sandwich. It's my sandwich now. It's my house. I might be living in your house. If you go to visit your parents, I might just be living there. Your mom,
you beat the head of the household. That's what happens. You get the big piece of chicken. That's exactly what happens. you two people.
That? Review your dads get beat the fuck up.
That's what happens. Okay? That is what happens. Apple Podcast people. 5 stars. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Just 1 a week. We can do this. YouTube people, I'm happy with you. You guys hang in there. I'm not going to go too hard at you guys.
You've done great.
Continue subscribing, continue watching. Just continue.
Click that, smash that like button.
Just the great ducket heads that you are, okay?
You've done wonderful.
But these Apple Podcast listeners, shit buckets, each and every one of them.
I don't even know if I want to talk to them. We might not even do an episode. This might not even come out.
That's how season 2 starts, is with us. Us burning the whole thing to the ground, and then Danny DeVito comes in to save us. That's what happens.
It makes me happy that we've been doing this podcast for 7 years, and this is the 2nd season.
We got it, bro. This is the first time that we
did it.
This is the first time that we actually stuck to it. So we did 56 episodes of our old podcast, Chase and Josh Talk. And that took about, 13, 14 years? We
started it when we were 11 or 12. So it's been...
We were the first podcast. We really let it take off without us. People don't even mention it. They don't even mention what we did for them anymore. We were the first ones.
You used to have to go to FYE and buy a cassette single of every episode of Chase and Josh Talk. Yeah. That was how you got it. Or you could subscribe at Columbia House and pay like a penny a month, and they would send you 12 CDs with 12 episodes of our podcast on it. And those 12 episodes covered a span of 16 years, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's a lot of podcasts.
And people just forget about that. People just forget about what we did. We were the first ones to record in our closets. We were the first ones to say, hey, if you don't have a fancy studio, your clothes work. You could do that. We were the first ones to buy stamps on stamps.com.
AdamandEve.com. We were the first ones to jerk off on podcasts to AdamandEve.com, if I'm not mistaken.
It's true. You're not. You are not mistaken. That's a fact. That is 100% a fact.
I think we were the first podcast that talked about Blue Chew. If I'm remembering right, we were the first ones that were like, man, life is hard. You know what else is hard or could be hard? Your dick. BlueChew.com. You remember that?
Yeah, I do. I remember when Freshly came to us and was like, hey, we're thinking about doing this whole like send you the food, you cook it thing. And we were both like, this will never work. This is never going to work.
It's a dumb fucking idea. Get out.
I just got done telling Blue Apron to eat my asshole. Okay. So I don't know what you guys think you're doing. Okay. People don't like you to send them their food in easily cookable portions. All right. That's not something that's going to catch on.
It's stupid.
It's ridiculous.
It's a fad. And you don't ever call here again. You motherfuckers. Yeah.
So we might have missed out on some stuff, but that's okay. We're here now.
We've
got a whole year of shows. We knocked out. We only missed 3 weeks in a year. That was pretty. We've done good.
We've done good. And look, I will tell you the secret to doing a podcast with your best friend and keep it to a schedule. If you're trying to start a podcast, a network, or you want to have your own successful podcast. First and foremost, smash that like button and subscribe right there.
You see where it's at, right over his
shoulder. Hit that little bell for the notifications that's down here in my right-hand corner. And don't forget to stretch out your asshole before you listen to bucketsofduckets.com. I was doing a stretch out asshole for those that are listening. But the key to having a successful podcast with your best friend is to live on the other side of the country from each other so that the only way you can get together is Zoom call. Because when we lived by each other, we would get in the same room, and then there was weed, and so like, why would we do it? And then we just watch wrestling.
I kind of told you all these stories already, so
that too.
I don't know.
It's so hard, dude. I type out stories to you on the phone, and then have to stop because I want to save it for content.
Save it for these shit buckets who don't even fucking hit 5 stars. That's the thing. We're holding back our own friendship. Our friendship could be blossoming. We could be on the front page of Best Buddies fucking magazine right now. We'd be the cover story on Best Buds, but look at us.
And this would be the picture. This would be the picture. Boom! See? And y'all fucked us. Y'all fucked us. You know who's on there now? You know who's on there now? Blossom and Six. Do you remember them? That's how low they had to go for number 2. Blossom and Six from the 1995 TV show Blossom. That I said.
Oh, that Blossom.
Yeah. Yeah. You knew what I was talking about. You guys on their 1995 sitcoms, you fucking get it. And if you don't, who gives a shit? You haven't even written a review, you fucking shit duckets. All right, sorry. I'm sorry. Let's just do a podcast.
Guys, you know what? Let's do a show. Let's I think we've said our piece. We've got it out there. We've explained who we are.
You get it.
Let's so if those of you that don't know who I am now the face of Truck Buttholes.
Boom.
That's who I am now. I don't know how this happened. Matter of fact, I do. I can chronicle it. I talked about this a little bit last week. Oh, do you have questions? How could you possibly have a question?
No. No. I was just going to say
anything weird?
No, I was just wondering if we should plug our shows before you get into Truck Buttholes, because I feel like Truck Buttholes is a hole that we're not going to get out of easily.
It's a deep hole. Go ahead, pitch your show. Go ahead, pitch your little skits. Go ahead, let the people fucking hear you little.
I didn't mean to interrupt your Truck Butthole story. May 13th at the Worst Beer Garden. I'm headlining in Lafayette, Louisiana. And May 29th is the taping for the TV show that I've talked about too much on here. And that is at the Basin City Music Hall. It's not Basin City. That's not it. Hold on. See, you said Truck Buttholes, and man, that fucks everything up. You can't remember us. The Basin Music Hall in downtown Baton Rouge on May 29th at 8 p.m. It'll be your boy featuring for Howard Hall.
Yeah.
And it'll be a TV show, so come out there and bring some wet dicks and hard pussies for me so that everybody knows how fucking dope we are.
Get ready for your butthole to explode, because that's what's going to happen.
But if your butthole does explode, I know exactly where you can get a replacement for it.
So, Travis Nelson, my roommate, I talked about this a couple times. Like 2 months ago, he, for whatever reason, had this funny idea of, he was like, hey, you know how trucks have truck nuts? And I was like, yeah, of course I know how trucks have truck nuts. I'm from the land of truck nuts. Why would I not know?
Of course I know.
And I know some of the best truck nuts in the game. Okay, I've seen the pioneers of this medium. And so he was like, you know, I think would be funny is if we put truck buttholes on all these cars that had truck nuts. And I was like, you crazy. That's so funny. And then that's where I thought it left. I thought it left there. And then
it would with anybody else. That would
anybody else that's not as weird as my fucking roommate. And so Travis Nelson, 6'9", weird as fuck, goes and he talks to his brother-in-law and he tells him the story. Hey, you know truck nuts? And I don't know if he knows truck nuts because he's from this area, so I don't know how well versed he is.
You poor bastards.
And some of the greatest patriots in this country have truck nuts on their trucks, so it's
on their,
you know,
underneath, like they're right above the Abraham Lincoln. His actual grave is made out of marble. Is the back end of a truck with some truck nuts hanging off with a little top hat on top of it. And you can tell me that you're better than Abraham fucking Lincoln? Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you this, you're not. Never been.
You did.
Never been. Not even on Abraham Lincoln's worst day. Still not. So he goes talks to his brother-in-law, and I blame him now because he sparked this. And he goes, "Oh man, I have a 3D printer. I could totally make you some trunk buttholes." And so Travis then has to do research because now he needs to figure out the dimensions of a butthole. And so he's researching. But I come home one day, he's like in sweats and all the lights are out. And I'm like, man, what's going on? He's like, buttholes. I gotta figure. I was like, dude, what? And he's just Googling buttholes and he figures out the dimensions. He sends it off. He tells me he wrote this sketch, and I was like, I don't know, man. That seems. I don't know if I see the vision here. And he was like, no, dude, sure. I'm telling you, it's going to be funny. He gets them. I talked about this last week. He gets them. He shows them to me. It was funny. I put my thumb in it, the whole thing. And so now he's wrote this sketch. And not only did he write the sketch, I am the truck guy with the truck nuts that is now getting a truck butthole. But I'm like, that's okay. Just because me and Josh have dealt with many of people that have wrote many a thing and nothing comes from it, right? And so I'm kind of just doing the thing where I go like, yeah, whatever, I'll do it. If you want to do it, whatever, I'll do it. But I'm not really expecting it to go all the way. And then he shakes me out of bed one morning and goes, hey, bro, it's truck butthole day. And I said, what? He said, oh, yeah, dude, it's game time. And we drove to where somebody had a truck that let us borrow it. Our friend Erin Engel, who is in a little sketch group that we've done a couple of times with us. She's fucking hilarious. People need to look her up. And
it's truck butthole day.
It's that day, bro. It's a big day.
So beautiful. That's beautiful.
So we go. I filmed the sketch literally right before we edited last week's episode. Like it was like what I did right before we got together to edit, me and you. And so I'm Truck Butthole Guy. He posted this video and it's got like well over 1,000 views in like 5 days. And so I who never believed in this idea from the beginning.
Wait, how many views?
Over 1,000.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, like on YouTube, like as a YouTube video. And it's like growing. It's getting like 100 or plus every day.
That's awesome.
And so let's see. Here, let's get an up to date.
It's a hilarious
really
video. And you're my best friend and have been my best friend for years now. So I don't notice your voice until I saw a sketch with Seattle people in it. And then I was like, oh, that's why they picked him for the truck nuts. It makes sense. Because you sound like a truck nuts guy. It's crazy.
Hold on. I went to click on it and it fucked up my headphones.
You motherfucker. Steve.
Quit talking. You can get picked up on my mic. Stop. All right, cool. 1.1 thousand. That's what it's got.
Do you have the problem with your AirPods going to your phone and your computer?
Yeah, it'll go back and forth when I look at them. That's what just happened.
I have to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone to keep it from doing that because it drives me fucking crazy.
So yeah, I'm Truck Butthole Guy. That's who I am now. I got to lean into it, and so
Chase, what he's not telling you people is that there is a part in the sketch where he takes the 3D butthole, a purple butthole, and he goes mwah, and plants a big old wet tongue lashing kiss right in the middle of that deep, deep, deep purple butthole. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, It was erotic.
Look,
It is hot.
if I'm gonna be in it, I'm gonna be in it. Okay, I'm not like I'm there. Well, am I gonna half-ass it once I got it? No, I'm kissing the truck butthole. I'm licking my thumb. I'm sticking it in there. I'm doing the whole thing. All right, I'm not half-assing shit. I wore a Carhartt hoodie because I felt like
you did. I saw
felt
that.
like that's something that a dude with truck nuts would have. Yeah, it's a fucking hilarious sketch. If we can, I think we could probably link it in the description here for people to
below,
see.
right?
Smash that right above my head. Smash right there. You should see the video. Right.
Smash that like button. You'll hit the link in the description up above. You'll see the little video right there above. You'll see Chase is gonna edit in a big old purple butthole right here in the corner, and you just smash it with your finger.
With your thumb.
With your thumb. Chase, let me tell you something that happened to me today.
Something. Let's hear about it.
We went to Walmart, which is a bad move to start with. Right?
Yeah, why would you?
I'm more of a Target. We're a Target family. We've been educated. You know what I mean? Like we're not a Walmart. We're not Walmart people. I don't like Walmart. I don't like being in there. Yeah. Except that they have dollar hot dogs, Nathan hot dogs, that are freshly made and wrapped up in foil, and you can just grab them and eat them all, and they're delicious.
They're doing that in the Walmart now?
In the Walmart, my dude.
I thought that was
right
just
by the
the
fucking
Sam's
self-checkout. Nah, dude, the self-checkout.
Sam's Club.
They got a little thing with popcorn chicken, and they got fucking hot dogs, but you know what they don't have? Any mustard or ketchup packets. Yeah. Right? Sam Walton, if you're listening to this, your peoples is fucking up.
Did they keep putting chili on your hot dog?
Those motherfuckers, the lady came running out every time I had to unroll one and she just dumped chili on it. It was that lady from Sonic. She works at Walmart now. She got fired from Sonic because I kept complaining about the chili dogs.
But she's been working in hot dog for years, so she just went to the next spot. Yeah.
Big hot dog. She's been trying to break into Big Hot Dog for a long time.
It's a passion. She started at 7-Eleven with the rotisserie hot dog, or it's just like being tortured for all of you. You don't know. Has it been there an hour? Has it been there 6 weeks? Who knows? It's sweaty. I know the hot dog's sweating, and I don't know if that's natural, but...
And hot dogs usually aren't that color, so that could be an indicator.
There's also a darker, truer brown that hot dog is. It's not right. It's first bite, like stomach ache immediately.
So when I did one of the canine demonstrations with the MPs that I worked with in the Air Force, I got bit at a school. Have I ever told this story?
I don't think
podcast?
So.
I'll tell that and then I'll get back to the Walmart. When I was in the Air Force, I was a cop, and I wanted nothing more than to be a canine cop because that meant I got to hang out with dogs all day. And I wanted it more than anything in the world. And I would suck up to the canine unit because they were like the cool guys because it was a kind of, elite. They only picked so many. And I would show up early in the mornings. And I would feed the dogs. I would water them. I would clean out their hose out there, like just grunt work to get in good with these guys. And then they approved me to go to canine school a year early. And then I got hurt and then got out of the military and never got to do it. It was a big bummer for me. But so one of the things I got to do was the demonstrations, because they would go to schools and do demos for kids where the dog would just fuck up some idiot that volunteered for it.
Hey, put this suit on. We're going to let this dog gnaw on your arm for a little bit.
Dude, so I go to this school, and it's Pinehurst Elementary in North Carolina. And it is in Pinehurst, North Carolina. And elementary, because they want them to be young enough to be scarred for the rest of their lives. And so we go, on the way there, one of the canine handlers stops at a gas station. This is what made me think of it. And there was a hot dog on the wheel, and he's like, I think I'm going to buy that because that's a cheeseburger, like the cheeseburger hot dog.
It's a cheeseburger one, yeah.
And I was like, it's not a cheeseburger. It just looks like that. Like, you don't eat that. And he got
yellow is not cheese.
So he got it, and he ate it. And in the 10 minutes from the gas station to the school, he was sick as shit. Now, the problem, he listened to this podcast. Jody, I know you're listening. It was one of I told you. So the thing is, the handlers that were going to the school were Jody. And, all right, Jody was like my role model when I joined the military. He was, I tried to, I bought the same boots as him. I tried to wear my uniform the exact same way. Like, he was the coolest dude. He had this big fucking 100-pound German Shepherd with him everywhere he went. He didn't get any cooler. But the problem was at the demo, they bring 2 dogs. They bring Jake, the big German Shepherd that bites and is scary looking but listens, and they bring Aaron.
Why are y'all bringing Jake? You can't bring Jake around these children. He bites.
And then they're bringing Aaron. Aaron is to scare the shit out of everybody because Aaron is a Belgian Malinois that doesn't listen. So you don't do any of the actual demos with Aaron because she bites too hard, but she looks super awesome because she's real aggressive. Problem was, Jody got sick because he ate that hot dog, so we couldn't use Jake because you can't just like, nope. Somebody else can't go grab that dog and use that dog, you know? So they had to use Aaron. And I was already a little nervous about it because Aaron's a shithead and she doesn't out when they tell her to let go. She never does. So these kids,
it just sounds like y'all brought 2 dogs not prepared to do that. Like, it sounds like y'all could have picked a different dog. Like,
Jake was perfect.
Where's the dog that listens and doesn't bite too much? Where's that dog?
Oh, Jake. Jake was the perfect dog. He's just big and scary, but he does what he's supposed to and listens and lets go. So he was the one that would have been perfect. But Jody got sick because he ate the hot dog that he thought it wasn't a hamburger either. It was just a really old hot dog, I guess.
Yeah, it's mold.
So they had to leave Jake in there. They lined the kids up along the side of the fence, like along the side of the school and the fence, and we're out in the field in front of them. And there's a handler in between the kids and the dog, me, and then a handler on the other side. He lets the dog go, and the dog run, you know. So the first one they're getting ready to do to take him out there, and a little kid in line says, "My daddy has pit bulls. They would tear that dog up." I'm like, well. No, no, because this is, you know, they're like, these are trained, but
murderers, yeah.
Right. So the dog walks by and that kid, they bring Aaron out. I'm in the big suit. They let Aaron go. She comes at me. That kid starts clapping. Aaron turns and heads straight towards that kid.
Oh, dude.
I freak out, jump on Aaron and slam her to the ground. Not good. I stopped her. Not good. Aaron holds grudges. And Kenneth Bass, her handler, told me, "Oh, Aaron, she holds grudges, so you're probably going to regret that."
She gonna fuck you up.
Great. So we do the bite suit. Everything's fine. We do the arm wrap thing. Everything's fine. She is scary.
About that?
Yeah.
So whenever you did you do the whole, like, take off running and see how far you could run before the dog chased you down, or you just stood there? So, okay. Because that's like always...
Oh, no. I wanted it... Go ahead.
Like on reality TV shows and stuff, that's always like the move that they pull. There's always like one episode where they're like, we're going to put this person in a fucking, in a big suit, let them take off running, and a dog's going to munch on their asshole for a little bit. Like that, that's always, I think that's every reality. I think Trump did one too. I'm pretty sure a dog got all up in his ass.
Yeah, there's a reason for it. It's scary. I'll tell you right now, if you're ever involved with anything, look, I am not a cop person, but if you're ever involved with a police situation, they bring a dog out, just give up.
That's the baddest motherfucker.
It'll get way worse if you don't. So, Aaron, so the next bite we do is the suit. And yeah, dude, I would run. I really wanted to be a canine cop. So I wanted to be the dude they wanted to take to demos. And I knew the faster I ran, the harder you'd get hit, the more you'd flip, or the more it'd be like a good show. So, dude, I went all out. Oh, man, I sold like Dolph Ziggler for those fucking dogs. So, Aaron is doing the muzzle attack. It's the last one where she has a muzzle on and I have nothing, no protection. She just beats me up with her muzzle. I run across the field.
Fun.
They let go of Aaron. She starts running and she starts shaking her head. And she shakes off the choke collar and leaves the leash that they used to stop her 50 yards behind. And I see her coming, and I think, this probably not great. And she hits me and knocks me down, and then I feel her rubbing her face on my shoulder, and she unsnapped her muzzle, and she shook her muzzle off, and she came down. You're not going to be able to see it on the podcast, but she came down.
Man, Josh's whole arm's gone. Holy shit. He's missing a whole part of his arm. Jesus Christ.
It's gone. If you're looking, it's just a nub.
It's not even
just
there.
A little fucking nub.
Whoa. That's the buffest nub I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's a buff nub, but it's a nub. So I just threw my arm up, and she latched onto my arm. And it's like right here in my face. I'm laying on the ground. All these kids are scarred for life. You would think. Nope. What they think is it's the coolest shit they've ever seen in their lives, and they're all screaming and cheering.
Of course.
And to get the dog, Aaron doesn't listen, so they were saying out, 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 and Aaron didn't let go. They ran over with the leash and wrapped it around this dog's neck and choked this dog until he went completely unconscious.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
His grip never loosened. Not at all. It was there, and then he let go. It never loosened until he was completely out. It was fucking terrifying. And
yeah, that's scary as fuck.
I didn't move, which you're supposed to do. Because if you move, they're going to start shaking, and then you're getting shredded.
Yeah, you really are going to lose your arm.
I don't think I did it on purpose. I think I was just so frozen with fear that I didn't move, you know? Mm. But the handlers seeing me handle it like that, they were like, oh, like, I couldn't have done anything better unless I had beat that dog to death with my bare hands and saved the children. Like,
would that have been better?
Like, yeah, probably. Like, stopping it, just do it, freezing and handle it. Like, they all liked me, and that's, I think, how I got the way in. But, so I had a big old bite on my arm that went down real deep. So we go to the school nurse. I have my shirt wrapped around it. And we go to the nurse, and then I'm like, hey, I'm going to need stitches for sure. And she's like, all right, let me see it. I said, it's really deep. And she's like, I've been a nurse for 30 years. And when I unwrapped my arm, she almost passed out. She like, kind of stopped.
That's perfect timing. Yeah. I could take it. Whatever you gotta show me, I ain't no bitch. I'm gone.
She didn't pass out, but I could tell that if she stitched me up, she was gonna puke. You could see it on her face. So I was like, we're close to the base. I'll just go get it done there. And what we did was we stopped at that same gas station that poisoned Jody and caused this whole fucking thing in the beginning, and bought super glue and glued the hole in my arm closed. With super glue. It burned like a motherfucker. Yeah. And I knew it was a bad idea. I didn't want to do it. But the handlers, like the other canine handlers
that I wanted to be a part of. Why didn't you go to the hospital?
We did. Just on the way back. But it's 2 hours from the base. So we had to stop the bleeding somehow. So we super glued it. It worked. Burned like a motherfucker, but it worked.
What did the doctors say whenever they saw you super glued your arm together? Were they like, Jesus Christ? Or they were like, you're the smartest man?
Military doctors, so they didn't really give a fuck. Like, they weren't impressed. They didn't care. I wanted something. They just like, nothing. Nothing at all. Those fucks.
Like, I brought you this Sonic hot dog. Can you at least thank me for that? Jesus.
So, back to why we were in Walmart. This is, so we're in Walmart. We're going to checkout. We're in the self-checkout. And I am a little ways behind because social distancing and I don't want to be in somebody's asshole in Walmart.
And something happened?
Dude, I stopped the buggy. I am unloading my stuff onto the conveyor belt. And a lady walks from around me, throws a shirt around me underneath the thing, and then just goes up and starts scanning her stuff. I'm loading like half of a buggy
full. Was this self-checkout or this was?
Yeah, it's a self-checkout, but she just walked right around me and like threw her shirt first to get like that counted. I was already unloading stuff on the belt, so throwing your shirt in front doesn't mean you won or anything. And then I was like, I'm trying to be a cool guy. I'm trying to be calm. I'm trying to not fight strangers in Walmart, so I'm gonna let her ring this one fucking shirt up. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna stare at her until she leaves, but I'm not gonna say anything about it. And guess what, Chase? You think she just rang one shirt up and then left and went about her way? No, she did not.
No, she went back and got the rest of her groceries.
Oh, no. She whistled over and her goddamn mongoloid daughter came right around the corner with a fucking shopping cart full of shit. Universal remote and Cheetos and it just started ringing their shit up. With my stuff is still, because I've loaded it up before they started, my stuff is on the belt. So they're having to hold their items as they're scanning it and putting it in the bags.
How do you not say anything?
Both the kids were with me in the buggy watching me, and I knew I wasn't going to be calm or polite, and I didn't want to freak out in front of them. I didn't want Zoe to see me call somebody a stupid motherfucking trailer trash, whatever, and then have her start repeating it. So I stayed. This is how calm I was. if you didn't see that, I just turned into the Incredible Hulk. I turned green and
It's
shredded
quick.
through my clothes. Real
He
quick,
can do
came
it.
right back down.
The secret about Josh is that he's always mad, so he could just do that real quick.
And she scanned, like, it took them long enough that I put the stuff that was on the belt into the buggy and went to the next one over and checked out because they couldn't figure out. They only had like an armful of stuff, but they couldn't figure out how to hold it and scan it and put it in the thing.
I can't believe you didn't say. I mean, I would at least been like, do you think this is okay? Like, why? Why? I would at least ask like a why or something. Or, hey, you didn't see all my shit right here, ready to go? Or
I loaded up my stuff. I took it from the back and moved it so that even though I was moving it, I still wasn't helping them at all, and they still had to wait till I moved all the way up to the front of the line. And when I got to the front, there was still like my stuff, and they were waiting on me to move it so they could set it down on the conveyor belt. And I picked it up and I looked that lady right in their face and said, "Oh, excuse me, I'm just going over here to go fuck myself." And then I went.
there you go. I was about to say, it had to be something.
Oh yeah,
I can't imagine just sitting there.
Armful of my shit. I was like, "Oh, excuse me, I'm just gonna go right over here and fuck myself, I guess, right?" And then she like, I don't want to pass judgment. I'm a Christian, and I have Jesus in my heart. So I don't want to pass judgment on somebody, but I'm going to tell you right now, she was trash, and I hope terrible things happen to her, and I hope that her mongoloid daughter is attacked by bees. I hope it's a lot of bees, and I hope they're really, I hope they're the kind of bees that even though they know if they sting you, they'll die, they don't give a fuck, because you're so bad they're going to sting you and then die, and they know it's worth it. You're going to martyr like 1,000 bees. That's what I hope happens. I was so fucking mad. I can't. And Michelle was nowhere around, so I could say, "Hey, take the kids," so I could just go over there and just scream at her.
I got something to do.
So I just had to stand there and
something just came up.
shake.
Can you take the kids? Okay.
Oh man, I was vibrating at a frequency. I was so fucking mad. But I've never seen. Good on her, I guess. I've never.
I just can't believe she thought that was okay. That's what blows me away about it. It's like, in
I
what
guess
world
it was
what you're doing like acceptable?
I guess, dude. Look, you cannot. Maybe you forgot because you live in Seattle now, but you cannot question the things that happen in a Walmart in Louisiana. That's just. It just that's what it is. It is what it is. You just let it be. It's in God's hands. That's what you do. You pray about it and you give it to the Lord and let Him take it. That's what I do anyway.
I know what you do. I know what you do. I know you got the joy down in your heart. I know.
I was also really mad because I felt like it was really funny that I said, "Oh, excuse me, I'm just gonna go over here and fuck myself real quick."
Yeah,
and
it's hilarious.
Michelle wasn't around to hear it, so I was like, "No, did you? I told him. Hey,
what did
you?" I said the thing.
And she reacted like baffled. Siri, get the fuck out of here. I'm not talking to you. She reacted baffled.
Yeah. Oh, she like.
Also, what about the word baffled made Siri think that I had any? I'm saying Siri over and over again. The bitch ain't doing nothing. But I say baffled, she pops up. Okay, my bad. So yeah.
Steve Jobs has been after us since day one of this fucking podcast. I had to go buy a new goddamn computer today.
I know.
So that he couldn't fuck us.
I remember when we wanted to start the podcast, he made us answer those 3 riddles before we could even get started. That motherfucker.
I don't have a
the
foot,
ghost
Chase,
of Steve
because
Jobs.
we got an answer. We got one answer wrong, and he took my foot.
Yeah. On top of your nubbed arm, it's crazy. Like
people will tell you it's diabetes. It wasn't. It was Steve Jobs' ghost when we wanted to start a podcast.
Thank you for your sacrifice, by the way. I don't know if I've ever actually said that, but I do appreciate you giving your foot up.
I appreciate that you appreciate. You know what else? You know what I would really appreciate, though? If some of you shit buckets could go into apple.com/bucketsofduckets.com and say, "I'm not writing this because they're yelling at me or because I feel guilty that Josh lost his foot. But this is the best goddamn podcast that's ever been podcasted." And again, just to reiterate, I am not saying this because they told me to. But you can't fucking do that, can you?
They can't do it. I know they can't.
Do that.
I know they can't. I have proof now that they can't. So lady didn't understand it. She didn't understand.
She never looked at me. She never looked directly at me, which was more infuriating than if she had looked me right in the face and told me to go fuck myself.
I've heard of people like being in line to check out, leaving their buggy, go walk, and continue shopping. I've heard that move, which is also a fucked up move. I'll also lose my goddamn mind on that one. But I've never heard of the throw a shirt past somebody, and now you're in there, and now you can cut. Now it's okay to cut because your shirt got there first.
She rang the shirt up, and then it was almost like she waited to see if I was gonna eat her alive, and I should have. And when I didn't, she whistled for fucking Dum Dum to come around the corner with all the other shit that they had. Oh God, you fucking garbage people! You're garbage people.
I work with this girl. I'm still the greatest employee of all time. I've just been demanding things at work. I want a new parking spot. I want a percentage of the profits. I want what's mine. You know what I'm saying? And so
I want what I earned.
There's so many like funny people I work with. Like it's I kind of enjoy still having a job just because it keeps me like grounded and like just around people instead of only talking to you or other insane comedians or whatever. Like I'm at least talking to like a normal person.
Good salt of the earth.
Yeah, man, just really takes me down, right? So there's this girl Darlene that I work with, right? And I've worked with her for probably 2 years. And this is her first job she ever had. She started there when she was 18. She's really sweet, so quiet, like. But it's funny because like I've seen her get like her first car from doing this. I've seen her like have her first boyfriend and all this stuff, which is like really funny. She doesn't say a word. She's very quiet. Like me and her are very friendly because we worked together for years. But her natural state is just kind of not say anything, mind her business, which I don't understand. I've never seen any piece of business that I didn't want to get in part of. You know what I'm saying?
All
Like,
my
so,
business.
no, you tell me what's going on here. And so. She knows that about me, that I will if I get one bit of information, I go, ooh, I'm going to tell. And then I just go take off and find whoever the next person is to make eye contact with me. And I go, oh, listen to this. And that's what I do all day, right? And so it's like 7 a.m, because that's what god awful time I got to be at work. And she comes up to me, she whispers, because that's as loud as she could talk. She's like, Chase, I made a song. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I made a song. I was like, you made a fucking song? That's awesome, Darlene. Hell yeah. And I was like, well, where is it? She's like, do you have SoundCloud? I was like, I will get SoundCloud. Like, yes, Yes, I have to hear this quiet ass song that you made. And so I download it. It's called, guys, look it up. It's called Tag. Her rap name is Lean because her name is Darlene. So she's Lean, which I like that. I thought that was dope. And then I turned the song on, and this sweet girl that I've watched for 2 years figure out the world and her life and everything. The song starts off like, yeah, you bitches got me fucked up in here, all right? What you think it's a motherfucking game? Like we playing tag up in this bitch? My fucking pussy put all you motherfuckers to sleep. Yeah, your man's he won't get out my DMs. I was like, dude, I could not process. I'm like, she told me about the song and then she ran away because she didn't want to see the reaction. She didn't want to
see that happen.
But, dude, I was 40 seconds in and I paused it. I was like, what in the fuck? And I just started like running around to the warehouse. I was like, do you have SoundCloud? And they were like, what? I was like, I cannot stress to you how important it is that you download SoundCloud right now. And I got like the whole fucking, she had like 40 something listens on it whenever she told me about it. By the end of the day, I think it's double platinum. Like I think it's went platinum because I just could not take it. I was like, you'll never believe who this is. This is little sweet Darlene over there. Little sweet Darlene that's wearing a hoodie in 80-degree weather over there is talking about she's gonna steal my man. Darlene's gonna steal my man. It fucking blew me away. It was amazing.
Putting people to sleep out there. Y'all didn't know that.
It's like fucking NyQuil and her twat over there. It's amazing. Like I can't believe. I didn't know. I had no idea. We were talking about, we've never heard her really like curse a lot. We've never heard her say the N word. She's black. And, dude, just lighten it up. Just all of it. I was like, I had a pretty good joke. I was like, well, look, Darlene may not do that, but Lean.
That's how Lean talks.
Yeah, bro. Oh my God, so fucking funny. It was my favorite thing. And I feel like she trusted me with, I don't know how many people she told before, but I feel like she knew that I was going to get it going. That I was not going to be able to just listen. Yeah, that I was not going to be able to just listen to that and be like, hey, good job. Good job. I like this part and I like the part.
I like how you talk about your pussy having NyQuil.
Yeah, that pussy thing, that was good. I liked how you called them all broke bitches. That was really good. That was because they is some broke bitches, girl. And I liked, no, you tell me because you want me to tell everybody else. And that's exactly what happened. I'm doing it on the fucking pod. I'm telling, Tag is the name of the song. Lean. Our thousands of fucking listeners. Go listen. Go listen to it. It's fucking hilarious. Keep in mind that this is a sweet, quiet girl. Like, I cannot stress that enough. It was so out of nowhere, and it's my favorite thing. And now I'm like blushing whenever I see her. Like, I can't make eye contact. I'm like, oh, Darlene. Ooh. I didn't know you got down like that, Darlene.
Wow.
Too fucking funny. I did a show last night. I did a show last 2 Fridays. I did a show on the peninsula out here because that's a thing. There's islands and shit you gotta take ferries to, and so I went to this island to bring these people happiness and joy, and an hour of comedy, Josh. I did a whole hour.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, and it was tiring, and it was a lot. That's a long fucking time to be up there. I've been doing 30-minute sets, and I've gotten pretty comfortable now doing that amount of time. Since having a year off because of the apocalypse or whatever. And but this is my first time doing. Or whatever it was, whatever. It might have been the apocalypse, or it could have been some other things. Maybe something else happened in the past year that shut our entire country down. And so, I got to do. It's the first hour that I had to do, and it was. It's a different thing trying to keep everybody's attention for an entire hour, especially because the host, Rachel Afjay, and then her husband, Richie Afjay, they're both comics, and Rachel was hosting. I approved Richie doing a guest spot on my show. I say, hey, you know what? Go crazy. Go out there.
Go nuts.
Go out there. Have time of your life.
Kid.
have a ball, kid, for 10 minutes. If you go 11 minutes,
I'll sweep it up.
I'll sweep it all up. So it's 15 minutes, it's 10 minutes, and then it's a feature doing 30. This dude Quentin Jones, who killed for 30. And so now the show's been going for like an hour, and now I have to do an hour. And there were moments. I mean, I definitely was. I'm definitely one of the greatest to ever be on stage at any point in time. But I mean, it was tough. I really had to hustle. I had to work, and it's there's this cool thing that happens when you're the feature, is that you're kind of like right in the prime moment of the show. Like the host. They kind of they get it going. Everybody gets their orders in. People's food is coming through. You know what I'm saying? Like by the time the feature goes up, everything should be ready to listen, and you got 30 minutes of just fucking bow. And if it doesn't go well, who cares? The headliner should be able to clean it up. But if it does go well, like it's just the sweet spot. And so I've been living in that perfect world for most of the last few years. And since comedy came back, that's basically what I've been doing is featuring. I haven't been headlining stuff, and Quentin got to have that moment. I had to, I was actually a little jealous. I was like, you son of a bitch, you might have stole this show, you piece of shit. So I'm not one of those people that don't like funny people before me on the show. I think those dudes are cowards. I think if you can't fucking follow somebody that's fun, why wouldn't you want the whole show to be good? Why would you want to bring out somebody just because they're not? If you're not funny enough to headline, then you shouldn't be fucking headlining. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with it, but it was in the back of my head.
You bitches?
But it was in the back of my head of damn, Quentin, you didn't have to kill that fucking hard. Jesus Christ, man. I gotta do an hour in front of the fucking water over here at this peninsula.
I still gotta go, right?
I gotta go, goddamn, bro. But yeah, that was fun. It was cool. And it was also cool because Richie and Rachel, the couple that started off the show, that was their first show since the pandemic. They hadn't came back and done anything, so they were all excited. There's all this when you go do a show, there's all this excitement of people that have been not able to do stuff. So that was kind of cool to see that. I mean, I'm bitter and hardened and over it. I put a cigarette right on Rachel's forehead. But but it was still, my heart grew at least a size. At least a size. I was okay with it. And then
the Cajun
and then whenever
comedy Chase Myers.
That's right, bro. The Louisiana slow burn. That's what they call me up here. You know that, right?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's my nickname. Gabe Rutledge gave me that nickname, and it's every
really
now and
good.
then it's my favorite nickname because it absolutely describes me and my style. But no, I was doing my, I have that 37-minute bit about San Francisco homeless people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's too long. It might be too long. And so, like, what the crowd was kind of, there's always like a joke or so that they'll take off or whatever. And that was the joke. And the whole time that I was doing it, I was going, Quentin, you son of a bitch, you motherfucker. You gotta be quick and funny. You were funny and your punchlines are quick. You son of a bitch. I'm doing 8 minutes of setup over here and they not ready for it. Because you just want to be funny the whole time. You're just going to be funny the whole... You're not going to make them think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Also, I was a little drunk, and that doesn't help, because then I was just kind of like... I felt like my timing was off. I'm just like screaming. I'm like, I had another thing! And...
So, can you explain just to the bucketheads out there why you don't care about the people that spend money for your shows and you drink alcohol right before you perform anyway? Got you, bitch! Huh? 7 years of podcasting for this moment right here!
You son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck.
I knew you were going to take everything away from me one day. I knew it was going to end this way. I knew I couldn't trust you the day you saw me all fucked up on those painkillers and Hammond and buddied up on me.
I knew.
You came at me in a low state. I know what you did now, you son of... I feel dirty. The hundreds of hours of podcasting we've done.
It was all a ruse, bro. I never even did paying bills. That was just... I didn't even do 45 minutes in front of you at that show. You just think I did. Because we wanted you to fall for my trap. I've gotten two of the greatest new products have entered into my life. I sponsored Alpha Brain for a long time on this podcast. They were a product that I sponsored. Here's something that I just found out this week. I have like 19 bottles of Alpha Brain because they send it every month. And I've been paying like $80 a month, and it's just stacking up because I can't take it as fast. My brain is too alpha already.
Right, yeah.
I'm just going to turn into a genius gorilla if I keep taking it. It's going to be, if I take it there as soon as they send it to me, I'm just going to take over the world. I'm just going to...
Man, send me one of them bottles, bro, so I can try it.
I will. I will. It's
Yeah,
actually really good shit. But $80 a month, so I canceled it. But the two big... Okay, so I have a daughter that is in preschool. And if you don't know, if you're not familiar with preschool, it's just where kids go to get sick and come home. That's all they go.
Right.
You send them with a clean nose and they come home snotty. Zoe has had a snotty nose for like 2 months since she started school. And it went through all of us and everybody got sick. And I was like sinus snotty stuff from little rugrats at her school. Made me cough more, and then smoking made it worse. So I coughed so much that I strained muscles in the back of my neck.
Jesus.
Dude, I would cough and I would see stars because it hurt so bad. And instead of just not putting THC into my body for an amount of time to let that heal, I found a new way. I got some THC capsules. It's like an edible, but without the cookie because I'm trying to get swollen. I can't be eating cookies. And it also just digests better. And I'm gonna tell you, Chase, I was skeptical. As being a person who enjoys to smoke or vaporize my THC, I thought, this is some nerd shit. I ain't on this nerd shit.
This is some science nerd shit up in here. Look at this. Some fucking Jetson shit you sent me over here. I'm not about to take this. I don't trust this.
I was insulted. I was like, what do you think I am? Some kind of fucking nerd? What are you talking about?
Is this the year 3000? What the fuck's going on right now?
Maybe I'll confuse this weed pill with my dinner pill. You get the fuck out of here. Turns out It's fucking great.
Weed in all ways is pretty great, man.
I have yet to find a way that I don't like weed.
It's got like 100% approval rate, bro. Like weed is doing well out there. Like it's polling well.
And you know what's funny is I was messing up. I was putting the capsule straight in my butthole for like a week before I realized that you eat it.
That's how we know to do it. That's the thing. Yeah.
If it's not smokable weed, I just think it goes in your butt. That's what Travis Elkins taught me. So that's what I stick with. It goes in your butt. So that's what I've been doing for like a week. And they were like, no.
If it's all melty, doesn't matter. Put it on your finger. Nope. Get it in there. Me and Josh put weed in our butt one time. If you guys are wondering if we're being serious, we are being 100% serious. We put a capsule of weed in our assholes, and then we did comedy right after.
Weed suppositories. I still have the box. It was called Rectify, which is the funniest fucking name I've ever heard in my life. But I'm sure we've told this before, but I'm going to tell it again.
We've had to. I can't imagine that we didn't tell this story.
Our friend Travis brought us weed.
Not my roommate, Travis Elkins.
Was like, this is a weed suppository. And we didn't ask one fucking question. We just got in line for the bathroom.
Game on. I know what to do with this.
And we're in Hammond, and it's all sweaty and mine melted. So I'm like scooping it to the end of my finger to get it back in my butt the right way. And then I had to walk around with a greasy butt for the rest of the night. But I'm going to tell you what.
That is true. My cheeks are all sloppy, bro.
Oh, dude, I was
cheeks. And what was funny is like while one of us is in the bathroom, the other two were waiting outside because it's just it's a one stall thing. So then whoever came out, we were like, "Did you get it in there? Did you get that? Did you get it up there? Yeah, all right, yeah. Get out the way. Fuck out. It's my turn. Let me get in there."
But right before doing a show, and I'm like in a bathroom putting a weed capsule on my finger and trying to get it in my asshole, and it's melting on my finger. But I'm telling you what, it was worth it. I didn't
write a set list that night, but I made sure I put weed in my butthole.
That's the other thing is a lot of people, if they had done that in a bar, in this one bathroom in this place, one toilet, one bathroom. Anybody could use it. There was a line of people before us and after us. And then we went on stage to those people and told them, hey, you know how you saw us in line right there? We was putting weed in our butt. You went in right after me when I put weed in my butt. That guy was in front of me.
You had to wait. You had to wait for me.
So now that I remember that,
brother.
Those weed, it's sweet weed, brother. Those weed suppositories are great. Weed capsules. Turns out there is no bad way to ingest THC.
So you want to know what I was introduced to last night? I did a show last night. Wait, I shot it right into my big toe. I did.
One day I'm taking it like a pill. The next day I'm chopping it up, and then I'm sucking dick for coconut oil to mix it with so I can drink.
Last night after my show, I went out to drink with some fans. You know, I got thousands of them.
Some fans.
Actually, I don't know. I think they're just a fan of my life. I don't know how much they've. I don't know how much.
I like what this guy's about. I like what this guy's about.
I think they're just a fan of me and how pretty I am. And so there's like a bar. Okay, you guys kind of know a little bit about this, our listeners. So like a month or so ago, I had mentioned that I did a show at a golf course. And then after, like, this couple tried to fuck me. You remember that? You remember I was like, I think they tried to fuck me. But then I felt bad because I was like, they might listen to the show and maybe they weren't trying to fuck me. I kind of think they're trying to fuck me now. Because I did a show last night. I've convinced, I've convinced the world that I am worthy to perform at a 1,000-seat theater and with a fucking balcony and everything. I'm performing with Kermit Apio, who currently opens for Brian Regan and used to take Mitch Hedberg on the road with him, and a guy named Brad Upton, who has the most popular dry bar special that's ever came out, hundreds and hundreds of millions of views. He used to tour with Joan Rivers back in the day. Like, he used to open for Joan Rivers, right? Jeez. Those are the two people, and then my dumb ass. That's the show. That's just, somehow I managed to fucking squeeze my way in and like, yeah, I'm one of these guys. I'm like them. So I do my set, you know, amazing standing ovation. People are trying to crawl up to the stage, touch my dick. And then I get done. I get a text. It's from the couple that wants my dick. And they're like, hey, we saw that you were going to be here, so we came to the show. You want to get a drink after? Which I was like, yeah, because I'm going to see this through. Like, if this dude wants me to fuck his wife while he hides in the closet, I mean, who am I
Right.
to say
Yeah,
no? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do this. So we go to the bar. There's like a bar. It's the couple and then a bunch of their friends. So it's not just like it's not just the three of us.
Right.
And one of the girls there sells beer to like all the bars around town. And so she was like, I have this beer called Tropical Chronic. And Josh, this is a weed beer. It doesn't have weed. It doesn't have weed in the beer, but it smells exactly like weed. Like it is like, I don't know if it's like supposed to trick your mind or something. I mean, it was good, but dude, it smelled exact. It was dank. This beer. This was some dank ass beer, right?
I guess it's legal there, so you don't care. But like the last thing I would want is to smell like weed, especially if I'm not high.
Oh, dude, I have a cologne that I just spray all over me with. It's THC. It's THC plus. Okay, yeah.
THC 1.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Seth Rogen promotes it. It's good shit. And so, yeah. But also, what happened last night was, so I didn't end up fucking that couple, but a nice young woman that was in that group invited me to her house to sleep on the couch. And so I took her up on that offer, and that's as much as I'll say about that. But I will say this, is that this woman had a VHS like collection, like a wall of VHSs, and still had a VCR.
That's awesome.
And we watched Son-in-Law, Pauly Shore's.
Fuck yes, dude. Steven Tyler PJs. Steven Tyler PJs.
I knew you would pop to that.
That's one of Michelle and I's, my wife, the woman that I am married to. That is one of our favorite movies. Watch that.
That's so funny because it's the one I did. I was like, we were joking around and we were like, we should watch like a goofy Pauly Shore movie. And I was like, well, I know Biodome and Encino Man. Those are like the two that I know.
Encino Man is cinema gold.
It's perfection.
Fucking love it. I fucking love that movie.
But yeah, bro, I used a VCR last night.
I love VCRs. So is it like a hipstery cool girl collection of VHSs, or is it like
it was all over the place. Like I kind of thought that I feel like I asked her, but I was all fucked up, so I didn't really retain a lot of it. But like it looked, because it was all over the place, it looked like this might have truly been her VHSs that she held on to for a long time, and then maybe she's added to it. But like there was like a VHS of like the Tybo series. You remember Tybo? like
Billy Banks.
And then, but she had some cool shit though, because she had Bring the Pain. She had Chris Rock special on VHS. I almost stole it, like, because you know how much I love Chris Rock. And so, she had Friday. She had Caddyshack. She just had all the fucking classics. It was amazing.
I still have all my wrestling, like before the wrestling stuff came out on DVDs. I still have all my wrestling VHS. I think I still have every VHS, but they're in the attic upstairs. But I know for a fact, in my wrestling ones, I saved that Vin Diesel movie, A Man Apart. It was like, you're not getting rid of this fucking VHS. This is my Vin Diesel movie. And I put it in. Do you know what movie that is? Like one of his first movies.
I don't think I do, no.
It's like literally 2002 or 3. It's one of his first movies. I fucking love it. And I remember taking the VHS and putting it in for safekeeping. It was in with my wrestlers. My wrestling cassettes.
It can't get safer than that,
bro. The second invention that I want to tell you that I can't get enough of beside weed pills. So with eating better, I've been eating a lot of rice. Like I eat rice with eggs every meal of the day. I eat some rice, and I had been making it in a pot, just boiling it like a fucking simp, just boiling rice in a pot like some fucking simp bitch.
You're so cool, bro.
Thanks, man. I heard somebody say that.
You always know what to say, bro. You always know what the streets is talking about.
Yeah. Don't let the gray hair and the beard fool you. I know what's hot on the streets. You heard?
Dude, I go to you first. Know what I'm saying?
So I was on TikTok the other day, and
I was TikToking. So I still haven't gone to TikTok And I keep having that. There's this fear with comics of, if you don't keep up with the trends, all the shit's gonna pass you, and you're gonna sound dated, right? And I know that, and I've seen it happen to comics.
Wait, to who? Hold on.
I just can't get to not you, no you. But I just can't do the TikTok thing. Like I know I've seen some comics, the way they're doing it is they're just constantly posting clips from their shows, and I was like, okay, that seems like something I can do. But man, I hate social media so much, and I just don't want to add another one. I'm not even good at the ones I got. Like I don't.
TikTok is worse than any of them to me because there's nothing sadder than a grown man lip syncing to a song pretending to be tough in his backyard for it's so fucking sad. It's unbelievable. Like, people post their TikToks and they're singing their bad. I'll fucking fight you in the parking lot because you said something to a woman. You still set up your camera and change your outfit 3 times to lip sync to this song. So
you learned this song. Made sure you nailed all the parts of it.
You had a costume change in a 30-second clip.
This TikTok won an Emmy. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, what is going on?
One of the Instagram I used to follow, one of the only ones I missed besides my workout ones, was called Sharon Left Me. And it's a guy from, I think, Barstool Comedy. I don't know, but he just posts cringy TikToks. That's all it is just... And dude, it's the worst. It's the worst app out of all of them. I'm making rice. Been cooking it like a fucking TikTok simp in a pot all day. And we've had a rice cooker underneath our counter forever. And Michelle kept telling me, there's a rice cooker down there. That's exactly what it's made for. And I was like...
It's called a rice cooker, so...
I assumed that it's like I would have to do some kind of algebra equation to get it to cook right. And then it was going to be all... Turns out... You just fucking dump some rice and some shit in there and turn it on and it cooks. It just does it. It does it all. It just keeps it warm. Chase, you know how, like, have you ever seen those old 1950s commercials when a husband gives a housewife a vacuum and she's like, oh, she's so excited about something so stupid that you're like, that can't be real? Mm-hmm. That's exactly how I felt about that rice cooker. It's the greatest. If Michelle had a dick, I would have had to suck it that night that she gave me that rice cooker.
She's got other things you could do. It doesn't have to be. She's got stuff you can do things to. But okay.
No thanks. No, thank you. We're not there yet. No thanks. But now, like, dude, I have become. I'm like Gordon Ramsay. I chop up basil and cilantro and I throw it in the rice thing and then I dump chicken broth in there and then I just close the lid on jasmine rice. And then it just, it does it all itself. And I'm like, look at this food that I made. I close the lid. And, dude, all right. I put, instead of water, I use chicken broth because it, so you dump it in there. You ain't no fucking simp. And Chase, if it's white rice, there's a little button that says white rice. And you push that button and then it just fucking makes it for you.
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, I've been standing there and stirring a pot and watching a pot boil like some kind of fucking asshole. And I could have just push this fucking button. It's unreal how great. Anyway, guys, this week's episode is brought to you by rice cookers. Hit up. It's the greatest thing ever. If you get jasmine rice and make it with chicken broth and a rice cooker, it'll make your dick sweat and your pussy's hard. I promise. All right, is that where you want to get out of here this week?
Yeah, I think that's good. I think we said it all, man. I think we've definitely done it.
I do want to tell you, I saw another fight off the school bus, and it was one of the greatest things I've...
Fight Club in that bitch, huh?
So these 2 little kids got off the bus, and I heard a kid yell, if I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put P next to you, because you fucking stink. And, bruh, he said fucking stink. And he got a pop from me, and I'm an adult on the sidewalk that's not supposed to do anything. And I was like, ah!
Ah!
Ah! He fucking got you! He got you! I should have pointed at he fucking got you! You got fucking roasted, son.
What you gonna do about it, son?
Should have run out and grabbed that kid. Oh! Look at you, you fucking idiot! But it did. I couldn't help but pop. I was like, ah! That's fucking good. And then I spent all week trying to figure out how to work that into my intro for the episode, and then totally forgot about it tonight.
Hey, you got it in at the end though, bro. That's
No, my brain is full of weird pills and rice cookers. I don't have time.
Okay.
Don't you fucking try to make me feel better.
Okay, man. All right, you fucked up. Okay.
You make me feel better.
All right, you fucking evil piece of shit. Come and get me.
We've been getting comments on the YouTube page.
Oh, we got a reviewer.
And
what's
the
that dude's
reviewer,
name? It's like Joey or some shit.
Joey,
What up, Joey?
Wheeler. Joey Wheeler. I think that's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing because I don't know. I don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh is, so I don't know why I said that.
I don't know the words I just said, so I don't know if that actually makes sense. Yeah, he's been commenting. It's been real funny. He I guess I don't know how it happened, but he stumbled into the show and he's been leaving comments on very old episodes, like giving pretty legit reviews.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he likes us, but he's watching. So
he said that I look like a Street Fighter Muppet. He doesn't like.
He keeps calling you a character. He's like,
I find that
really
funny. This character can't carry a podcast. He was upset that Chase moved to the right side of the Zoom screen. I don't know why that bothers him. And he's convinced that his dad could beat me up. He's said that
which makes me
times.
think he's a kid, which makes me kind of think he's a younger dude. Like,
well,
I don't know.
He might be a kid. And if he is a kid, this is a valuable lesson time for you. Joey, I would fucking destroy your dad. I would destroy your whole bloodline. Your mother could get it. Your father could get it. Your grandpa. Your great-grand. I'll beat the fuck out of your great-grandpa. But I'm glad you like the show. Keep writing reviews. But don't. Of course I can.
Yeah, YouTube people, if you see that he commented on our, because it looks like he's jumping up to the newest ones. If you see that he commented, just comment back that Josh will beat the dog shit out of his dad. Just leave it at that. Just, but Joey, thanks for
stronger
watching,
than your
man.
dad and prettier than your mom. Remember that, you dirty bitches.
That is pretty solid. Yeah, man, let's go. Let's get the fuck out of here. Bucketsofduckets.com. I'm looking forward to our second year. Our second year of doing shows.
Second year of doing this, man. We'll never put out another episode. This is it.
This is
It'll
the
be
last
6 months. 6 months want to come out. We're like, hey, sorry.
Sorry about that. That used to be how every episode started. Hey,
every
sorry.
episode.
I'm sorry that we haven't been with you, but we're getting back together. We're getting it going. We're gonna be doing a bunch of stuff, and then we'll be gone for 3 more months. And then,
we definitely some of the bass dropped out of our voice on a lot of those intros back then. We weren't calling people shit duckets. Hey guys, it's been 8 months.
Sorry. Do you remember us?
But now you're lucky if you get what you get. Make podcasts great again.
See you next week. Bye.